Hi everyone, welcome to today's team meeting. It's Wednesday. I'm Tara Lynn. So thank you so much, by the way, for all the feedback and everything you're saying about the team meeting. I'm very excited. Housekeeping, in meetings we have housekeeping, just announcements. So my first announcement is that I've turned in the trailer, which is like a preview for the podcast, which a podcast is basically like a radio show. It's what we're doing now, but without the video. It's called a podcast. It goes out to the world. I will still do these videos, but I'm very excited about both the videos and the podcast. The team meeting is coming real. It's becoming more and more real. But I want to thank you all for the comments, the little ones, the big ones, the likes, the good jobs, the, hey, why don't you talk about this? Every comment I welcome. If you like what you're seeing, tell me. Okay, this has to be fixed. Sorry. Oh, it won't be fixed. If you like what you're seeing, like me fixing my braids, then let me know. What do you want to talk about? So today, I want to tell funny, and then we're going to get into the topic. So the funny is, I once got lost in Paris, in the streets of Paris. It wasn't late. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I'd been out all day on one of those double-decker buses, seeing the city, Eiffel Tower, the bridges with the locks. If you can hear my nephew in the background, he's doing online school. It's so cute because these kids that are online, they need to be able to connect to each other when they're learning from taking school from home. So during their lunch hours, they connect with each other and Xbox, and I guess they just play the games or just talk to each other, but it's their way to connect. And it's just so touching that they found creative ways to move through their circumstances, which is what we will talk about in a few minutes. Anyway, lost in the streets of Paris. I'm not gonna lie. At one point I thought, am I going to die? I have no idea what I'm doing here, because it was a boutique hotel, not one of those big Hiltons or anything like that. So it was like smushed in the neighborhood. And so I didn't know, I think I took the wrong turn, couldn't figure out, because I had a landmark. You usually get a landmark. Here's a pro tip. Find something that you can look at as an identifier that you're in the right place. So when you take off for a walk, you're all excited, you're in a new city, in a country you've never been, you've got to be aware of your surroundings. And I always am, but this time I just made a mistake. And so as I'm walking, I can't find my landmark, but I do find a guy who's wearing one of those hats. I don't know if it was a Kango, but it's one of those caps. And so I thought, he has a nice hat. Maybe this guy can help me. And so I go up to him like, oh God, I had to go with my gut. Is it safe for me to ask him? Because he was just standing outside an apartment. But again, I'm in a different country, so I don't get pulled into something crazy. Listen, you got to be safe out there. Anyway, I went up to him. Turns out he's an American. Yay. He was able to tell me I actually was right where I was supposed to be. I just didn't realize it. So another story. Sometimes you think you're lost and you're not. He got me back to my hotel, got me back on track, and everything was fine. But being lost in the streets of Paris. I love Paris, by the way. It's really, I like it. I like Paris. It's dirty, just like New York, but it's just full of life. And I just like it, and I can't wait to go again. And so today, we're going to talk about weariness. Being weary, to me, is like being tired, worn out, feeling weak, loss of endurance, loss of strength. And that's what I think we're all feeling from 2020. No, our circumstances aren't the same. Someone who has thousands and thousands of dollars saved and can afford to not have as much income because they've been laid off, compared to the person who's living paycheck to paycheck and can't get to their job, this is a different experience. However, there's still levels of pain, loss, and grief. Speaking of grief, there are some, got all kinds of different opinions about the virus. I am wearing a mask, and my family's wearing a mask when we leave our home. And I will say that this is the first year I think that we've experienced a level of death, not all to COVID, all the deaths that my family has experienced, either indirectly because we knew the person or directly because they're part of our family family, upwards of 10 people, close to 10 people. You may have similar numbers, or even if you have one or none, empathy here, empathy. It's hard to lose somebody, and you lose someone and someone and someone and another someone all in a sequence, it's devastating, and it causes weariness. So be aware that there could be another wave of weariness as we get close to the holidays. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's celebrations, all the opportunities where people are like caroling, crowded grocery stores, crowded department stores, crowded malls, crowded parking lots. Not happening. Well, if it does happen, it probably shouldn't be happening, but all that is different for us this year. So you have got to combat this level of weariness by getting on top of it now. We're just about 2 weeks from Christmas, and you're not going to have the same experience that you normally do for Christmas. But I want to encourage you to know that weariness does not mean you're taken out. It means you're tired, but can we agree that we should start looking at ways to bring a little bit of energy, get a little bit of rest from these thoughts of doom and gloom by preparing for the different and being okay with the different? You have no choice, do you? Okay, so weariness. You're not going to be able to go to the mall and get presents and stand in long lines to do so. Options. Do you want to order stuff online? Do you want to get all Little House on the Prairie about this and start making gifts? Mom, Paul, I love that show. It ages me, and I don't care. Are you going to figure out ways to Zoom? Everybody needs to learn how to Zoom, maybe in your family, and you're all going to just shoot the breeze about tell the person to the left of your screen how much you love them. People hate it when I do these things in family parties because they get uncomfortable with that kind of intimacy. But I don't know how not to be this way. I'm built this way. And so I'm the one that's like, okay, everybody, tell the person next to you how much you love them. And for birthdays, everyone go around. Tell the birthday person they're amazing. That's why I'm not good with small talk. Because I want to get to know who you are. What childhood trauma is driving you and made you who you are today? No, you don't talk about that at a work party. You don't talk about that on a first date. I know. What other examples? You are not going to probably be getting on a plane and traveling to see your family. But that doesn't mean you don't connect. I've got several group texts going on with family, and it is just absolutely refreshing to be able to connect with them in a way that I previously would not have. Even if you don't respond to the group text every day, you see someone active in it every day, it brings a level of peace. So maybe you need to stop the weariness or combat the weariness by giving yourself some rest by connecting. If you don't have a group text, start one. If you want to talk to people throughout the day, several people, start it. And those that want to participate can, and those who opt out, they're lost, but some people will stay. If you want to group text me, I'm in. Add me. I will send you memes. I will send you recipes for inappropriate desserts that you shouldn't be putting into your body, but you will anyway, because I will anyway, and maybe you will too. I'm in. Figure out a way to combat the weariness. Guys, what can you add? Okay, everybody needs to wear jerseys for their favorite team and get on a Zoom. The family needs to go on a family walk. Everybody go on a family walk. Write a letter to the kids. Write a letter to the parents. Write a letter to Santa. Write a letter to the world. Talk about what you want to do after COVID. Start planning. I don't care. Maybe you won't be able to do it till late next year. But someday you're going to what as a result of COVID? Someday you're going to travel to another country as a family. Someday you're going to rent an RV and you're going to travel across the United States and see all the monuments that you can see within 2 months. Get creative, people. Get creative, friends. Get creative. What can you do to combat the weariness? Redecorate your house. You want new towels? Guys, you want to clean your garage so you can find your stuff easier? Do you want to put sod in your backyard? Do you want to have something built, or you want to learn how to build something? You want to YouTube and learn a new skill as a family? Everybody outside. We're going to plant trees. We're going to plant some flowers. We're going to pick up leaves together. We've never done that before. We always hire someone, but we're doing it. We're going to shovel snow as a family. Everybody, get your snowsuits. I can't even say it because that's not my experience. I live in Phoenix. I mean, I'm not going to be getting a snowsuit. And I can't even say snowsuit either. But you get my point, right? Combat your weariness. That means you need to get ahead of it. Don't wait till a week before Christmas and then get depressed. Realize that the heaviness is coming. Winter's coming. But you can be ready for winter. 2020 has taught you, if it's taught you nothing else, is that you can survive and do hard things. You're watching this video. Not that this is a hard thing to watch, is it? No. What I mean is that you're waking up every day. You're still alive. So you are doing hard things. You are conquering this. You are overcoming this. So you can get through the holidays. You can conquer, overcome, ride through the weariness. How are you going to do it? You're going to get a playlist. Create a playlist. You love music? Create a playlist for your family. Send it out to everybody. Everybody come up with a holiday playlist. You got to come up with 5 songs, put them on Spotify, and send them out. Send the link out to everybody. And you've added value to everybody's life. Learn a new food. See, it's exhaustive. I can tell you so many things because I'm always into a new idea. But I want you to get the point is what we're getting. Let's circle on back. So we close out the meeting. We're talking about weariness and how to combat it. It gets heavier and more intense in the next couple weeks. Get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. And in these meeting agendas, I will do my very best to add value to your life and to help you. Start that group text. Put a reminder on your phone to connect with someone before the holidays because it'll make you feel better. Someone you haven't talked to in a long time. Right? So what we talked about, how to combat weariness. What's your action? Figure out a way to bring joy and energy into your family, into your household, or into your own life as we lead up to the end of this year. Don't start thinking about New Year's resolutions. Every day is a new day for you to start thinking about new ways to evolve and overcome, right? Do it now. Thank you so much for joining these team meetings, for participating, for giving feedback, for dealing with my funny stories. Are they funny, right? It's funny, right? My brother thinks he's funnier than me. Here I am putting his business out here, but he's okay. But if you put us both on the stage, I think I got him beat. He would absolutely say that's untrue. He's entitled to his opinion. I love you guys. Keep tuning in to the team meeting. We've got Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. This Friday, we're going to talk about love. I don't think we can talk about love too much. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you energy. Let's combat this weariness together. I love y'all. We'll talk soon. Learn, laugh, grow together.